The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Around my Shabbos table, we often like to ask people to share stories of Hashgacha Pratis, divine intervention. So, this woman's sitting at my Shabbos table. She's a member of my community. And she said, I'll share a story. She said that when she was little, living here in Toronto, she said her father used to travel to Asia. He'd go for work. And one time, we knew he was coming home. He was on his way home. And he had a bunch of connecting Korean Air flights, okay? She says we were expecting him to come home like the next morning. And by the way, this is going back about 30 years, okay? There were no cell phones, right? There was a major time difference also between Toronto and Asia. So it was hard to communicate. And the next morning, she said she woke up and she hears her brother screaming hysterically. Screaming. He opened up the newspaper and he saw that a Korean Air flight had crashed. She said, we quickly checked the itinerary from our father's flight and it matched the plane that went down. She said, we were hysterical. Her mother, her siblings, everybody was crying for hours. She said, we tried to contact Korean Air. They wouldn't give any information on the passengers. She said, it was only hours later that we found out that our father actually missed his flight and he was rescheduled for the next day. Now again, they have no way to get into contact with him. He was just in the airport, right? Missed a flight, delayed, had to wait in the airport for the next flight. Listen to this. He walks in the door, and when he walks in a day later, she says, we all burst into tears. We're hugging him so tight, we wouldn't let him go. We were right? We were just bawling. And he was shocked. He was like, I was so frustrated. I was so annoyed. I missed my flight. I had to stay over another night. I couldn't even call home because of the time difference. He was all annoyed. He had no clue that his original flight had gone down until they told him. How often in life we go through life, we get annoyed, right, when things don't go the way we want, when our expectations aren't met. We get angry, we get frustrated, we get impatient. Only later, often, do we even realize in retrospect what happened and why it happened. Sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's months, sometimes it's years, sometimes it's never. And we don't understand why everything happens the way it does. Our avoda is to live life with Hashem. Why go through life alone when you can go through life with Hashem?
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org